New Year's Eve gatherings, like all parties, can open doors to new social and romantic opportunities or not. It all depends, we understand, from your body language and what you're telling people about yourself without even saying a word. Our body language educator, Janine Driver, is here with some tips. Janine, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so what is a body language educator and where does that come from, this idea?
Well, I'm a body language expert. What I mean by that is I've trained with Dr. Paul Ekman, Dr. Mark Frank, some of the leading psychologists. I myself am not a psychologist, but I'm a practitioner. I've used these skills that psychology has explored. What do different gestures mean, body language,
and how people react to them. In other words, they've done studies and they found that how people react to them is pretty much something we can figure out by looking at the numbers. And one of the things, for example, we have an artist draw up some possibilities, for example, on New Year's Eve. And here you are, you're going to a party, and you see these two people. And these two people, I think we can all agree, do not appear approachable.
They're not approachable. And look what's happening in this picture, Ann, is the woman's grabbing her throat. We have three zones, our throat, our belly button, and our groin area, that when we're uncomfortable, we'll cover up these areas. We'll stand with our hands down
our groin area?
lap.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Oh,
okay.
yeah. That's why people will cross their legs to kind of cover up their groin area, their stomach, or they'll grab their throat. Same thing. Look at the angle on that picture. That they are angled away from each other. That says they don't want to talk to anybody.
Okay, so we don't want to be those people at the party. We want to be the people who look approachable. And here's another drawing that makes, and what are they doing exactly? Their arms are open.
This is a very handsome drawing, by the way. Look how handsome and dapper this man looks. So their body language is open. Women want to keep their feet about 6 inches apart, so she's right on cue in this cartoon. Men want to keep it about 6 to 10 inches apart. Men want to actually have a broad side. Women are attracted to men who have this big, broad presence. But women who are like that, it come across as too confident, it's great in a business room, but you don't want to do it on New Year's Eve. You want to kind of keep it a little bit tighter. So you're saying, I have room for conversation. But women...
How do you know all this? The 6 inches, the 10 inches?
Just from working with different psychologists that have been written about in books like Blink by Malcolm Gladwell.
So for women, it's how many inches apart?
6 inches, apart.
Okay,
with their feet.
Okay. Now, at the party, your studying has also showed you that there are places where you don't want to be. If you want people to approach you. And, for example, look at this drawing here.
Oh, I love this drawing. First of all, look at the guy in the brown suit over in the corner. He looks like he didn't get an iPod from Santa, so he's sulking over there, right? He's not a happy man in his brown, unattractive suit.
But in a corner, you're saying don't go.
Corner's a kiss of death. His ankles are crossed. His arms are crossed there. You don't want to be in a corner.
But what's wrong with being at the bar in a red dress?
Oh, the woman in the red dress, first of all, you're sending the message, if you're hanging out at the bar, that you're a bar groupie. Yeah, men are going to come and talk to you at the end of the night when they don't meet anyone who's really worthy of meeting.
Okay.
They're going to pick up the drunk at the bar.
Or at a table with somebody else,
now,
which is to say that you're trying to really be
alone.
Intimate with that conversation.
So if you're there with a friend, even if it's a guy friend, you don't want to sit at a table because you're saying, I'm not approachable, we want our space.
Okay, now, here is what you want to do if you're at a party. You're going to a big bash, you want to mingle. You want to do this.
You want to mingle. Look, first of all, there's a couple in the middle of the room there, Ann. There's a woman in a blue dress and the man in the brown suit. Look at his legs, open, 6 to 10 inches. It's great. The woman has her shoes kind of closed, less than 6 inches. She's actually exposing her neck. We have what's called a neck dimple. So you don't really want to wear a turtleneck or something when you want to look approachable. You want to show this neck dimple area.
Why are you wearing a turtleneck today,
Right
darling?
here.
Okay,
I
right
know.
There. You're
I
wearing
know.
a turtleneck. But that's okay. But yes, okay.
It's a New Year thing.
The neck dimple right here.
The neck dimple.
This
like
here.
you're showing.
Okay.
It says, I'm vulnerable. I'm not going to hurt you, come closer, right? So you've got this vulnerability going on for New Year's, Ann. And then other things there were stand by a window. I love you. Stand by a window, right? Because people want to look outside at buildings or what's out there. And then the last thing is stand by, this particular picture has a Christmas tree, but any indoor plants, sociable people tend to stay near indoor plants or some lifelike things going on in the inside.
You know, the window thing worked for me one time. I was at a party, and you know, we're uncomfortable. We don't want to be uncomfortable at the party, but we want to have something to talk about.
It's a great
and
way
you're not sure, and you're looking out the window.
Yeah, you still live there, 95th and 3rd.
So that makes it easier. So there you go. But now, at a party, almost always, we see something like our next drawing, which is, they're people who really, you can tell, there's somebody there who really needs to be rescued.
This woman definitely needs to be rescued. Look at her posture. She's got her shoulders up over her head. She's giving him what I call the cold shoulder. Her feet and hips are facing a door or an exit. She wants out of here. You know, like Shakira says, hips don't lie, Ann Curry. So she wants out of this conversation. The guy has a pillow covering his groin area. Very odd for me. If a man was talking to me like that, I'd be very uncomfortable.
So if you really want to meet this woman, this would be a good time to go say, hey, come on over here. Where are we going to meet over there? Right, that would be a good way way to
in
do
for the
that.
rescue, right there. That's a good swoop in rescue move.
So bottom line is that if you go in armed with these kinds of ideas, you think that you just have a better time, and you don't know if you're going to meet somebody great, but at least you'll be in a situation where you've opened up to people.
And New
made
Year's Eve
new
is a great
relationships.
networking opportunity. Even if you're not looking for a date, you can meet. Who knows you can meet. So you want to make sure your body language is open, not closed. You want to make sure you're approachable, not approachable. Because, you know, oftentimes, like these pictures we're showing, we don't even realize when we're nervous or uncomfortable what we're saying.
Right.
Look at that guy, miserable with the missing
and
iPod.
Smile with your face.
Smiles are very important.
Right. And I always think, one more thing too. I always think, people here are probably more nervous than me, so let me try to make them more comfortable, and that's a better way to have a party.
A great pickup line is, before 2007 rings in, I'd like a woman's opinion on something, or I want a man's opinion on something. It is the #1 pickup line that people can use to start a conversation or to get a date mate for the next year.
Janine Driver, trying to make love happen. Thanks so much, and Happy New Year
Happy New Year to you.
And up next, is the History Boys worth the tuition at the box office? We'll find out after this.